9 United Radio, Bloomington, Indiana. Good afternoon.
Oh boy, that's you're booming in here, and I'm on Milford. So what's the name there?
You're booming in here, and I'm on Milford. So what's the name there?
Yeah, my name is Joe. Juliet Ocean Echo. Joe is the handle. Over.
Roger, Joe. And what radio are you running today?
Roger, Joe. And what radio are you running today?
Today I'm on a, let's see here, this is an ICOM transceiver with a PW1 amplifier here. Just saying hi, stopping by. I heard you put the call out there, and...
Yes, sir. I just went to my local antenna. Come back and tell me about your antenna again, and let me see if I can get you on my local antenna. So a lot more frequency response better on my local antenna versus some of these SDRs, Roger?
On my local antenna versus some of these SDRs, Roger?
Oh, yeah, Roger. EKW, which is a 92-foot doublet with 40 feet of ladder line, and then 50-ohm coax after a 1-to-1 choke into the ham shack, and it's at about 65 feet up at the apex, and it's essentially a flat top. And I'm on my, let's see, right now I'm on the east-west antenna, I think. So it's not really optimized in your direction, but good enough with the ground propagation. Running a ICOM transceiver, 7300, and running an ICOM PW1 solid-state amplifier at about 1 kilowatt. Go ahead.
Roger, Joe. Okay, I've got you on my local loop, my 0-degree local loop, at about 30 over, so I have a beautiful copy on you. And I'm looking at your audio on a frequency analyzer, and you could use just a little more bottom end. Right now you seem to be about 1 kc on up, fairly linear, but that bottom end is kind of rolling off at about looks like about 350 cycles. So you could use a little more bottom end if you wanted to. Now, yeah, I usually don't talk about bottom end, because what happens is there's a lot of things that can happen to your top end, and if you have a bunch of bottom end, then all of a sudden you're Mr. Mumbles. But I think you could use maybe 3 dB plus at 200 cycles or something like that to start with, Roger.
Okay, very good. 1 second here. Let me get to the wide bandwidth here. So 100 to 2900, and I've increased the low end by about 3 dB. I wonder, how does that sound your way? KC9VKV, K9UR on the doublet antenna. Over.
Yes, sir. That's sounding better. Now, do you have a bandwidth capability? Can you select a bandwidth on your EQ?
Yeah. Well, no, not on the EQ. Total frequency bandwidth or spectrum I can, but not bandwidth on the EQ, unfortunately. Okay,
because I would usually prefer a 4 top and bottom, a width of 4 top and bottom. And usually our top end we push at usually 2.7K at a 4 width, 2.7K at a 4 width. Roger?
Oh, yeah, Roger. Okay, well, I can't really adjust the top end anymore, but the bottom end I could bring up. I did have it cut down a little bit, but audio looks about flat to me. I hope you're seeing the same thing.
I'm seeing it roll out probably at about 200 cycles. I have on my frequency meter, I have a spectrum analyzer. I have 3 marks. First mark to the left is 100 cycles. First mark to the right is 1 kc. Then there's a blank space, and the next white mark is 4 kc. So just by way of inference, as far as our spectrum analyzer, like I say, the first mark to the left is 100 cycles. First mark to the right is 1 kc. Black mark is 2 kc. Next white mark is 4 kc. Roger?
Okay, Roger. Yeah, I boosted the bass just a little bit more now. I wonder how's that doing your way. I'll just give a little bit more audio here, and let me know if I need a little more. I can go a little more top end also if necessary. Go ahead, Jim.
Yes, sir. Now, we want that mid-range flat. We want everything from 400 cycles to 1.6K flat, because the equalizer is designed to strike a balance between the top and the mids and the bottom and the mids. And if you boost the mids, it's so much more difficult for everything to catch up. So much so that ICOM 7300, 7610, they don't even put a mid-range control in their equalizer because they want that to stay where it's supposed to be, and then you just strike a balance from treble for top end and bass for bottom end. Roger, Roger.
Oh yeah, Roger, Roger. Okay, very good. Well, I'm running only about it's about 7 to 10 dB of compression here, so hopefully that is working out all right now. I played around with this thing quite a bit, and but I just put the amplifier in line here, and as I said, running about 1 kilowatt here, and so just seeing if it's operational and doing what it's supposed to do. Seems to be working, although the fan just kicked on. It's kind of loud. Anyway, see how that is. KC9VKV, K9UR.
Yes, sir. Now, you wouldn't happen to have a windscreen, a foam windscreen around there, would you?
Boy, I need one. Yeah, because I'm popping into the mic. I need to make sure that I talk across it. It's a problem with this particular mic. I need a pop screen or a sock or something. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Foam windscreen at your local music store. They're about $4 a piece. Your choice of colors. Just slip right over that mic. Now, that's a desk mic, Roger?
Yeah, it's a modified static desk mic. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sounds really nice. I think your EQ is better with that little bit more bottom end. Do you have? Could you give me another 2 clicks bass boost and let me see what that looks like?
Yeah, 1 second here. Okay, there is a little bit more boost there in bass. That's 1 click. We'll go up 1 click now just for a minute, and then we'll take it to the second click. So this is K9UR with KC9VKV in the Friday evening video vlog here. Let me go up 1 more click. All right, there we go. That's 1 more click here, Jim, to boost the bass just a little bit more. We'll see how that sounds. Let's see here. KC9VKV, this is K9UR with a rainy day in Indiana.
Roger, Roger, Joe. Now, you're at 200 cycles on your bass, or are you higher than that?
No, I'm 100 on the 100 on the bass. Over.
Roger. Can you shift that? Do you have anything about 200 cycles?
Unfortunately, this is about the best. That's about the best I can do. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Okay, so tell me about the best thing you like about your radio, and let me hear you just for a minute.
Well, I got a stack of radios here, and I'm mostly an AM guy, so operating on single sideband takes a bit of adjustment. Mostly operate down on 75 and 160 on AM when I'm on sideband or on phone. So just trying to get this thing lined up with this amplifier. Over.
Yes, sir. Sounds good to me. You said you did have something around 2.7K, maybe a click more at 2.7K?
Yeah, let me go 1 more click here. Hold on. Okay, there's maxed out there. That's the 2.7K setting. KC9VKV. This is K9UR on the ICOM transceiver adjusting audio on the Friday afternoon vlog network.
Sounds good to me, sir. I think I would get that foam windscreen, and that would solve the last problems. Now, what you could do is back off that mic about 7 inches, 6 inches, and see what that sounds like, Roger.
Okay, Roger, Roger. Yeah, I backed off the microphone now a bit. Normally I keep it just to the side of my mouth, but now I'm backed off about, 6 or 7 inches, and it seems that well, maybe it's not making much of a difference, but I'd be interested in your perspective. Over. Yes,
sir. Now, you don't have any mouth noise there, but obviously you thinned out because you moved back a little bit, and so you inverse proximity effect, so you lost your bottom end. So I would say where you were is fine and get that windscreen if you can.
Yeah. Okay. Very good, Jim. Well, I appreciate it. Always fun to play around with this stuff, and it's amazing the technology that we have at our disposal nowadays with audio. Everything sounds pretty good, and it's easy to make it sound great. So anyway, I won't hold it. Wish you a happy holidays and Merry Christmas, and have fun down there, down south of me here, and I'll let you carry on. I don't know, normally you run till about 5:30, I guess, or 6 o'clock, something like that. So I won't take any more of your time, but thanks again. I appreciate the quick help getting things set up. KC9VKV, this is K9UR.
Roger, Roger, Joe. And what radio was that again?
It's an ICOM 7300 here, and got a 7610 and a few others here on the desk.
Yes, sir. And what's your location?
Bloomington, Indiana. Over.
Roger, Roger. I just had a major problem here. I looked up, and you know, my video record has a lot of let's see, things that it defaults to, and I missed one of the defaults, and so I did not get a good recording this afternoon, much to my chagrin. So I'm going to hang in here for a little while and see if I can get some other recordings and you know, get something for this Friday and try to revive my disaster, Roger.
Oh, Roger, Roger. Well, don't worry. It's small little problems, right? The world has lots of big problems, so missing a recording once in a while, it's not a big deal. So the main thing is our health and happiness and family and all that good stuff.
Yes, sir, you're exactly right, Joe. 73, sir, thanks for dropping by. And again, if you want to hear your fine audio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, will take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 2,400 Qso-Vlog aircheck recordings, and I'll have it uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow, Roger.
Yeah, okay, very good, Jim. Thanks for the info, and wish you a nice evening. 7-3, and take care. KC9VKV. This is K9UR, and back to you, and I'll clear your frequency.
Roger, Roger, Joe, and get that windscreen, man. You'll be absolutely in perfect situation with that windscreen, a foam windscreen. 73. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net, running a little late this afternoon, so if you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.